My Arsenal fans, the Gunners, it is another new Premier League season, ladies and gentlemen. So the Gunners fans, come forward, let's look at what we should be anticipating or what we should be expecting from our team coming into next season proper. But before I dive into that, we are 2 days away to our first Premier League match against Manchester United. In this video, I will not be covering that. I would like us to look at what we should be anticipating in this particular 2025/2026 new season of the Premier League. You understand? As usual, before I dive into this in details, support your guy by dropping a like on this video, hitting a share, and dropping 1 or 2 comments in respect to what you anticipate from this team in the comment section. What are you anticipating? Let me know in the comment section. Now, let me start with one of our major problems coming from last season, which has to do with squad depth. You understand? Initially, in the Premier League last season, we were having issues in terms of squad depth due to injuries in terms of players. We saw Magalhaes went out, we saw Saliba. These are like key players in the team as well. Bukayo Saka, Martins Odegaard. These are very important players to this Arsenal setup. Likewise, Declan Rice, among others. You understand? These are one of those problems we suffered because of what? Squad depth. We never had enough squad depth coming into last season. Now, in the transfer market so far, Arsenal have made about 6 signings so far. What do you call it? Christian Mosquera, Christian Nogard, at the moment, Victor Gyökeres, Matthew Zubimendi, Kepa Arrizabalaga, and Noni Madueke from Chelsea. These are the signings we have made so far in terms of improving our team. You understand? Now, I now ask myself, is these additions, are they strong enough? Are they good enough for us to compete for Premier League competition? Is it strong enough for us to win the Champions League? Because these are questions we as a fan should ask ourselves. You understand? Coming into next season, because according to the Holy Book, affliction shall not rise again. You understand? Our problem from last season should be resolved. We shouldn't carry our problem from last season coming into this season. It is expected that we should have gotten our house fixed before coming into this season, so that the same issues should not actually rise again. That is what I anticipate from this Arsenal team. So far, so good. They have done that in terms of fixing some areas. But so far, I anticipate 3 more key areas that should be fixed as an Arsenal fan, which has to do with the number 10 role Martin Odegaard has been occupying so far. We have been hearing rumors making the round in terms of who we are going to get in replacement of this particular player, or in addition for this particular player, to create room for healthy competition. So far, we have not gotten any addition in terms of that particular position. At the moment, we are hearing about Eberechi Eze. So far, so good, nothing yet. Now, looking at the number 11 position, which is being occupied by Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli at the moment, this is another position I need good reinforcement in, because at the moment, with the look of things, it's as if Trossard is leaving, and we need a good replacement in that particular place. A player that has experience. We are not looking at a young player, a well-established 1v1 specialist. We have the likes of Rafael Leao, we have the likes of Cavastelli, we have the likes of Bakola, we have the likes of Rodrigo. These are qualities. I expect that this Arsenal management should have fixed this before coming into next season, so that affliction will not rise 2 times. So many no go pour spit for face. These are problems I need us to actually resolve. Then looking at the left back position at the moment, is being occupied by Maes Lewis Kelly and Calafiori. Left to me, I need a good replacement for that position, because the only man that has shown that he can actually stand on his feet always is Maes Lewis Kelly. Calafiori has been fighting with fitness and among other issues. We can't actually solely rely on him. So in order for we to compete into next season Premier League competition, or any competition we'll be involved in, we need to make sure that our squad depth is actually good enough to compete. You understand? It's actually good enough. So we need to make sure that this particular part is actually resolved. That is in terms of that. Now, looking at one of the challenges we faced as well was in the January transfer window, when the window was opened. Arteta, go to the market and get player. He said no. That was another challenge why we couldn't actually compete, among others. So this is a transfer market that is yet to close. We need you guys, the management, to go ahead to help us and fix this particular area, because this is an area of concern to me as an Arsenal fan. We need what? quality depth, not just anyhow depth. Quality depth is very, very important. Now, looking at players' individual quality and mentality, very, very important to me. The way a player behaves in the pitch of play is very, very important to me. It's not all about you want to play a match, the same performance you put up in your previous match is the same performance you want to put up in your next match, depending on what opponent you are facing on. No, we need players with what? Winning mentality. Winning mentality. A players that can actually give all in terms of making big decisions, taking big decisions in a match. Not we maintaining the same rhythm from last season. No. We saw Declan Rice's performance against Real Madrid in the Champions League. We need those kind of epic moments that we can hold dear to as an Arsenal fan coming into next season. It's not all about all this noise we are making always. No, we need to show evidence. We need to prove to our fellow teams in the Premier League that we are not just noisemakers. We are here to show that we can actually compete, not just finishing second always. No, we need a winning mentality. You understand? Martins Odegaard is our captain at the moment, and sometimes I'm an Arsenal fan. I also question his performance as a leader in that particular team. For example, look at Martins Odegaard's numbers like 2 seasons before last season. You can see his performance. That is a Martins Odegaard that has an ability to shoot from outside the box. But if you look at Martin Odegaard from last season, you see him like it's as if he's actually scared of taking shots from outside the box. Any small thing in terms of tactics, he will move the ball to where we have Bukayo Saka. It's as if they have a relationship or they have a business that they need to thrash out on the pitch of play. You are a number 10. You should be at the middle, controlling both left and right flank of the Arsenal attack. We need stability. It's not just always going there, opening for Saka, making sure that Saka has your support while pushing the attack. No, I'm not against that. But bro, create a balance between the left and the right-hand side of the Arsenal attack. At the moment, you look at Martinelli. Martinelli will move forward and you see that there's no one there for him. He has to go back to who? Maestro Kelly. We need quality in that number 10 role, to be sincere. So we need to get our house fixed before the end of the transfer market. That is what I'm trying to say. We need to resolve all these issues. You understand? We need to address this problem. These are very, very important. Players need to also step up in terms of decision making. Some people have been complaining of Raya's performance lately. I was like, bro, calm down. This is Premier League back-to-back Golden Glove winner. It's not by fluke. It's as a result of his hard work and with the help of what? His team, that is the backline. They have given him that stability. So you have to give him his flowers. We have one of the best defense in the world at the moment. So I don't even have much concerns in terms of my defense. But my major concern has to do with our tactics moving forward. Because in the whole of last season, when we faced off against Manchester United, I stand to be corrected, when we won them 2-0, they were calling us corner FC, or set piece merchants. That is only what we're actually good in. No, this has to actually change. It's not every time we have to face up playing with what? Set piece, winning match with set piece. No, we should derive a means that can actually help us win match, not only set piece. Are you getting me? So we need to actually address this. Now, at the moment, we have Victor Gyökeres as our number 9. We expect that every attackers in the Arsenal setup should actually play to the strength of who? The number 9. We should have this in our own understanding that we actually have a number 9. So we need him to actually function. If you don't feed him, he's not going to work. So it's not just having a number 9. A number 9 that is not being fed. Bro, no results. So we expect that coming into next season. Odegaard, we need you to be dropping in all those slick passes. There's no need of you always moving to that Bukayo Saka wing. Stay at your position and control the tempo of the game. Try to improvise sometimes. Try to take those shots. Try to create those chances that might lead opponents to make mistakes. We need that particular spark of Martins Odegaard of like 2 seasons back. Till now, I'm still asking myself, why do we let go of what they call him, Thomas Partey? This is very important. This is a very important player to the Arsenal setup. Forget to sign Matthew Zubimendi, but we need player that has been in the system for a particular reason. There is a reason why he should be there, because of what, how he has been to the team so far. You don't just go and let go of this particular player. These are problems we need to actually address. Maintain quality, maintain mental balance. We need our players to have this mentality of what? Champions. We need our players to have this mentality to win matches at all costs, not just maintaining a particular style of football of set piece. No, we need to work on that. Now, looking at facing up against teams that play low block, I have noticed that from our team coming from last season. We struggle against teams that play low block. We need to find a way to break that. How can we face up against teams like West Ham United, teams like Brentford, teams like Nottingham Forest? We struggle to break those kind of teams. This is very, very alarming, and we need to actually resolve this. Tactically wise, this is where Mikel Arteta actually has to come to play. Oga, it's high time you do what? Go into your playbook and derive other means to do what? Solve your problem. Not always relying on what? Set pieces. No, that shouldn't be known to us that we are only good in what? In set pieces or nothing. No, we need to actually resolve this particular aspect. Now, moving on as well, this aspect of overusing Bukayo Saka is actually a concern to me. Always, you are actually winning a match. Bukayo Saka is still playing, reaching up to the 80th minute or closely to the 90th minute. Like, what in hell is actually the problem? What is the problem? You need to let this player rest. You need to bring in other players to actually play this role. At the moment, you have Noni Madueke, you have what they call it, Miles Dorman, who has been added to the Arsenal team for next season. So we need players to be what? Rotated, so that they can be integrated well and well rested. You understand? There's a reason why you have this player. No mean say you should misuse this player. We have to address all this particular issue coming into next season. And with the look of things, I'm looking at what Arteta is trying to do. This, your current playing of Noni Madueke to the left flank, is something we need to actually address. With style, this man wants to make this player to play that particular role. I'm not against you saying we can actually improvise, but there is an opportunity for us now in the transfer market to go in the transfer market and get a natural left winger. At the moment, there's no need of you improvising. You only improvise when there is no, when you don't have, no. But now you have the time. Make the decision now. Get a quality winger at this particular moment. Stop playing Noni Madueke there when it is not needed. Please, we need to actually resolve this coming into next season. Arteta, please, you have to actually step up. Forget all this talk you have been doing. I don't need it. We need to be showing evidence. We need to be show working, not always doing cho. Evidence supposed day. You understand? So this is what I expect from the Arsenal team in order for us to do what? Compete in any competition and win any competition we are actually going to play next season. We need to fix our house in order prior to what? To the end of the transfer market. That is in terms of that. Mikel Arteta, tactical wise, Baba, you need to improve yourself. Let's be sincere. You really need to improve yourself. That is in terms of that as well. So, my people, this is all I have for you in respect of what we expect from what the Arsenal team. Now, looking at where should we finish in the Premier League? Nothing less than what? Winning the Premier League. Bro, see, we don't need anything else. Win the Premier League. Win the Premier League. Win any other competition. Win the Premier League for me at most. Win the Premier League. We are not here to be making noise. We need to do what? Stand tall. We need to compete among the best to show them that we matter, our face show. You understand? So we need to actually get this. So let me know what do you think about all I have just said in the comment section. What do you anticipate from this Arsenal team coming into next season? Let me know in the comment section. As usual, drop a like on this video and hit the share button. Please, if you are watching me for the very first time or you have been watching me all this while and you are not following, do well to hit the follow button if you are watching me, and if you are watching from YouTube, do well to smash the subscribe button. As usual, me, I don't